and they will also do like sheep farming, in which they will produce a bulk of money based on the allied activities. And other than this, they also maintain some marketing activities, like they will contact a dealer and they will come and take the produce from their field, in which this will also fetch a huge income, like other than the agriculture and allied activities.
In our village, majorly there were small scale farmers, and large land holding farmers were few. We in our village we understood about the social and economic situation of the farmers, in which we understood about the cost benefit ratio. That means how much money the farmers spend to buy any inputs in the farms, and how much profit he gained. And we also taught to them about what other activities or allied activities that they can perform to increase their benefit ratio and profit.
In our village, moreover number of farmers are growing vegetables and flower crops, and they are going to directly sell that flowers and vegetables. They are going to market, like example APMC and other marketing channels. They are going to advise.
Yeah, so these were the main basic agriculture activities which were done in our village. So let's come to what we got to understand through those activities, through the farming practices that we saw in the village. So if you remember, we saw the production of tomato with those stones and all. So I have seen that there, and also another technique was the chrysanthemum that they grow through that lights which we saw because of that photoperiodism and all, for the good flowering and all. So that was another technique which we got to understand through the Rave. And other than farming, we saw this as well. And also you mentioned that we had seen the dairies and all. So that was the main thing we saw.
As you guys said, agriculture is the main occupation in our village, and now we can see that even more than agriculture, dairy farming has become a major activity in our village. And now horticulture activities are also raising, like pomegranate cultivations and aracanut cultivation. And agriculture, they are highly technologized, like drip irrigations. The Chikbalapur region is short. As we know, there is a shortage of water conditions, but also they are managing by drip irrigations and all, and they are not well equipped as the Dodbalapura region farmers, because they have bore irrigations and all. But our regions are majorly are concerned about water saving and water conservation techniques and all, and they are more knowledgeable than we people, because they are cultivating, growing crops and marketing to APMCs, and they are gaining profit out of agriculture than other resources, as we know.
I also agree with your point, and we also got to know the different techniques in how can we manage a single pest or single insect. Like we recommend our POP and other practices recommended by our university, but their knowledge is completely different based on our package of practice. Like they follow the old age traditions, like not using chemicals, by using some home residues, or we can also I heard that from major pests like Uji fly, they manage like burning tires and other things. Based instead of spraying chemicals like huge quantity, that will decrease their cost benefit ratio, and also the yield will be also increased by using less chemicals.
I also observed that though Balakuntali was too remote, as compared to, it was between Chikbalapur and Dodbalapur, it was too remote, but still the farmers were well educated among what were the techniques and all in the market. So they were not just only in the village, they had a good connection with the RSKs as well, KVKs as well. So that is what I observed, that the farmers were well educated there.
And also we observed that in the Rava village, the farmers are well known about the when we compare to the students, agricultural students, then that they are well known about the agriculture, farming and other allied activities sheep rearing, goat rearing, etc.
And in our village, due to crop diversity, as they were growing tomatoes, leafy vegetables and other vegetables, the farmers had major knowledge about how to and they were also adopting advanced techniques such as mulching and providing light to increase the daylight period, and also other varieties and also other techniques. And they were also using high yielding seeds, and also they had good knowledge about the chemicals and pests they were using. But I think some of the farmers should try to go into organic farming and do other activities such as vermicompost practices and other things.
And our village, before introducing any technology, they already knew about that technology. Like we did soil test samplings. No, they already knew how to do the soil sampling. What are the results? What are the management after that soil?
They knew the
testing.
whole methods as well.
Yeah, all the methods. If we do something wrong, they already knew. Like you have to do like this and that. When we introduced in high yielding varieties in our FTDP plot, they already knew some varieties. They already knew some crops. How they get some yield, and how are they manageable. Like if we grow them, they will get huge yield or something like that. And other allied activities, like when we conducted the animal health camps and different programs, they already knew like what are the diseases they occur in the cows and sheep. They will not require any doctors only, so they will study that, and they already bought some chemicals. They are only
They
nurturing
know
all
the
the
home
animals.
remedies also for those diseases.
As we know, in our village, major problem is potassium deficiency. Potassium deficiency in maize, we have observed purpling in leaves and all. And the reason is farmers does not use potassium. They only use urea and DAP or SSP. And for majority crops, they won't use potassium. That is the major problem in our village.
And one more thing we observed in the Rave village during Rave, and the farmers are well known about the different types of agricultural schemes and their uses. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗಿಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
And also in our village, along with the dairy farming, which we saw, that was among all the houses, they were rearing HF varieties almost everywhere. And along with it, sheep rearing was also very well practiced in our village. Almost all farmers, they used to rear the sheep and go into the mountains for rearing. But as we saw, there was only one farmer who constructed a shed for the sheep, and also used to collect the feces of the sheep and used to sell that, and also reared hens, etc.
As you said, stall feeding was practiced by only one farmer in our village. And he was getting income more than around lakhs together by using that. Even he can sell that sheeps and fecus he can use as a compost material and all in his. And he used to sell that compost. Even sheep selling was also practiced by him.
And when we introduce any technology like mushroom cultivation, like how can we enrich FIM using trichoderma, they are also keen interested in that. How can we culture that, and how can we increase the yield? And also they were interested in our night meetings, like different technology. When our teachers come and they told about different varieties, like how can we control this pest using different techniques. They are also keen in applying that in agriculture, and also they were keen in allied activities, like what are the different schemes available for them to do livestock rearing, like sheep rearing, and different breeds of cows were also introduced by our teachers. So they were also keen in understanding that.
And the more number of that Rave villages people are depending upon the dairy, and they are leading their life depends on the dairy income only.
But that's like year-round income they get through the dairy. That is the main benefit of the allied activities other than agriculture. So that is what our farmers were doing well there. Not only farming,
So
they were
basically
doing this
every village
also.
had a house. Every village had a cow. So more than one cow or two cow, they are mainly dependent on dairy farming only. So whatever the income they lost by agriculture, they were
They'll cover
backupping
up.
like doing dairy
dairy.
farming, milk and other products.
And in our village, as we saw, the farmers were also interested in
Fruit marathon.
other agriculture practices such as mushroom cultivation and vermicompost. They even asked us where the training is available. They were more interested. I think if they go in that way, they will make more profit.
As we all discussed here, I would like to conclude that our village farmers are highly technologized and more knowledgeable more than us. So we have learned from them, and we have introduced some technologies in this village.